What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is When Moon Trading back from the abyss. It has been a while. I've been away. I haven't made any videos. I haven't really been trading. Uh, I had to make a new YouTube channel because I couldn't access my old one. So, uh, if you know, go back to my old one. There'll be a link in the description below. You'll see what I'm all about. I'm all about no BS. I don't care about the news. I look at the charts. I tell you my opinion, and we just try to make some fucking money. So. The title is not wrong. In the last 3 or 4 days, I'm up almost 2,000% profit in my trades, and I'm going to show you exactly what I did and basically the psychology behind it, why I did it. So I haven't been trading all this. I have not been trading, and the last couple of months we've been in this this sideways pattern, this up and down, this chop, right? I've just been staying on the sidelines. Haven't really been paying attention. Let's zoom in here, and I'll show you what I was looking at. So. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. That's whatever. So I was up at this point. So you see this chart pattern. You see these a lot. Anybody watching the 5 or 15 minute sees this all the time, where you see kind of a sideways move and then like a rip up and then a rip back down, or rip down, rip back up. And this is going to be important in a few minutes here, because if you watch the order book, you see flashes of like $65 million buy or sell orders, and it causes these huge wicks. And I think it's just one whale kind of like hitting stop losses and trying to wreck people, but that comes into play up around here. But I'll show you where I entered this trade. So I'm going to go on the 15-minute time frame, because I was at home watching this all play out here, and I saw this low come in, right? And I was watching, and I saw it pump up, and I'm thinking, you know what, we're in the sideways range. To me, maybe it's just bias. I'm bullish. And I'm thinking it's going to break out, right? We had these few wicks up here. There's a lot of liquidity up at the top here, around 41, 42,000. So I'm watching this, and I'm waiting for my trade, right? So I see it pump up. You don't want to buy here. You don't want to buy when it pumps. So what do? I draw a Fibonacci data right here. And what do we get? So I'm watching it, and I'm looking for the price to come into this area, into the CC. Oh, first things first, I want to shout out Daniel from Chart Champions. I'm not a member of Chart Champions. I've never paid for a membership of anything, but I've been watching a lot of his older videos and the way he's been trading. And I got to be honest, when you watch someone who is obviously like a Bitcoin whale and someone who has money and is successful and how they trade, you can learn a lot, right? And all it takes is patience and the knowledge, patience and time, really. So I was patient, and I'm waiting. And one of our strategies was, if you see an area of interest, follow it up with confluence, so this Fibonacci golden pocket here. So I'm waiting for my buy signal in here. And there's really two of them in my opinion. I'm on the 15-minute. You could buy on this candle here, which is a nice bullish candle, nice hammer. Or where I bought was on this bullish engulfing candle. So I went all in, okay, with 100x leverage. I do not suggest 100x leverage. That's very degenerate. Do it with money you are okay with losing, because 9 times out of 10 you're gonna lose it. But I was playing with a little bit of splash, right? And it felt strong to me. Just right after this huge wick, I'm like, you know what? I think we're gonna have this kind of pattern. I think it's just gonna rip back up. And sure enough, I was right. So that was my entry at about 38.6. Okay. At 100x leverage, and I stayed in the trade up until here, and I took profit on a little bit of profit on this first wick up to 39,40,000, or 39.9, and I took more profit here. I took about a total of 50% profit, right? And I was waiting, and I'm seeing this form, and this goes over to my Twitter here, which I posted in one of my chat rooms and on Twitter. We have this upward sloping trend line with a falling wedge, right? And naturally, your target, you're looking for a breakout to the upside, where your target is the top of the falling wedge, right? So that's what I'm looking out for. And actually, if you'll notice on the side here, you see a $13 million sell wall. This stayed up for about 20 minutes. This wasn't broken. And then finally, whoever the whale was pulled the sell wall, and, well, look what happened, right? She just pamperini'd. So as it was breaking out here, the money I had taken out as profit, I had added to my trade, which brought my trade entry now up to what you see here, up to 39,000. All right. So it's a little risky. I had my stop. Well, actually, I didn't have a stop loss in place, but I was sitting down on the computer, ready to close my trade if I needed to, right? And she just went for it. I ended up closing my trade up at the top here. She can follow me here. I said breaking out, right? We all know what happened. Here's your first take profit. I didn't take profit here because I was watching the order books and I thought it was going to keep going, and sure enough, it did. And sorry, right here. So I took my profit at 41.6, I believe. And now I'm looking, now I'm waiting, and it's all happening so fast. The price is going up and down by hundreds of dollars every second, right? So I'm like, you know what? I want to. So now I'm out of a trade. I've made an insane amount of profit on my 100x leverage. I'm going to look to short it. And today I ended up shorting it at 41.162. I wanted to get it a little higher. I did a market order, but the price was moving so fast. Now I lowered my leverage immensely. I'm down to a 10x now. Again, all in. And as you can see, I set my stop loss up here. I ended up bringing my stop loss to break even as the price went down a bit. But then look what happened. She just ripped to the downside. And I ended up closing my trade. I closed 50% at 39.8 and the remaining 50% at 39.3 on my trend line here. And what I wanted to do was enter now a long on my trend line. And again, I hit market order and the price moving so fast. So my long, this is the trade I'm currently in at around 39.6. Okay. Now this is where patience is key, because had I waited just a little bit, had I took a breath and gone, what if I just, so again, I got in over here, 39.6, right? What if I just drew a fib from that bottom to the wick here? Oh, look at that. Well, fuck me. So had I been patient and waited even half an hour, I would have had my entry down here at 39,000. In which case, if you were to follow the same strategy as previously, you would have got in. I mean, this is a pretty bullish candle, but it's red. I mean, so is this one. You probably would have gotten in here at 39, 39.4 on this bullish engulfing candle. I mean, at the end of the day, I got in a decent trade. It's the trade I'm still in. So fast forward to now, I have taken profit several times on the trade. I have added some profit to my trade. Now my current entry is at 40,000, which is a little higher than I like. So I'm not adding any more to my trade. My stop loss is at break even. I've already taken, like I said, good profit. I bought cake with most of my profit, and that's up almost 30% today. So, so that's where we are today. Now, I'm going to end with where do I think the price is going to go. Well, let's see here. I think, how do I do this? Oh yeah, we took the big one here, I think. Nope, that's not it. Sorry guys. You know what? One thing about me too is I don't practice any of this all of the how to stream and all that. I'm really new to this stuff, so I think overall the target to the upside. Here we go. I'm all over the place. Sorry. Thanks for bearing with me. By the way, if you've learned anything or just want to laugh at me more while I make more videos, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tick the little bell. If anything I say you don't understand or want more questions or want more answers to something, comment. I will answer you, and I'll explain everything I'm doing. So if we draw a fib from this peak, which is the previous swing high, I'd say, even though we've been making lower highs, look where the golden pocket, look where the CC comes up to as resistance. We hit it once here, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5, 6 times. So this is my next area. This is my next target area to the upside. And that comes in around 44.8 to 45.6. So I plan on holding my trade until then. It's, I think we're going to keep going up. And not only this, if we take this recent swing here, we have held the CCS support now for the last couple candles, and look at the bullish movements on these candles. So I think we're flagging out here. This is a bull flag. I think the next stop is look for a little bit of funkiness around here at 42.3, but I think our next stop is around 45,000. So that's where I would look to close my trade and possibly take a short. So anyways, thanks for tuning in. And if you got any questions, chime in. I'm still new to this whole YouTube thing. And listen, I can look at a chart and I'm right probably 90% of the time. No bullshit. but actually doing it and doing what I say, and for myself, like taking the trades that I see and being patient and waiting for the chart to do it, it's a whole different ball game. So thanks for tuning in, and let's fucking get rich, right? Thanks for tuning in. When Moon Trading. Peace.